Who will Kurt Angle's number 5 be going into the Lethal Lockdown? Exclusive news today on the program. Plus, our first look at the TNA Knockouts calendar. And Conan, the Electrified Cage. What does he think? And so much more. I'm JB Jeremy Borash, and this is the weekend edition of TNA Today.
And you're watching TNA Today.
It's the weekend edition of TNA Today, and coming out of this last week's Impact, questions remain. Who will Kurt Angle's number 5 be? We do now know. Sting has joined the team. Sting will be with Kurt Angle. Sting will be with Rhino. Sting will be with Samoa Joe as they head into battle versus Christian's Army at the Lethal Lockdown match Sunday night, April 15th. Now, next weekend, we will be in Springfield, Missouri on Friday. The TNA Today cameras will be at the Fan Fest on Saturday. And of course, we will have complete coverage of Lockdown right here on TNA Today. That's coming up next weekend. So much to talk about, though, as we are headed straight towards Lockdown. We do now know, coming out of Impact last night, the winner, the man who gets the pinfall in the Lethal Lockdown match, will get the next shot at Christian Cage. Now, I did a little investigation, a little research. I called up JC, Jim Cornette. Wanted to know what's going to happen if Christian Cage gets the pinfall. Well, apparently, according to Jim Cornette, he will have the month off. He will not have to defend the World Heavyweight title next month at the pay-per-view if he gets the pinfall at Lethal Lockdown. But Jim Cornette's not counting on that. He wants it to be maybe Samoa Joe. He wants it to be Sting. He wants it to be Kurt Angle. Maybe he even wants it to be this number 5. We'll find out this coming Impact who number 5 will be, as promised by Kurt Angle. Some insight. Talk to Kurt Angle. This is going to be a shocker. This is going to be a guy we didn't expect. You're going to find out this Thursday night on Impact who will be Kurt Angle's number 5 going into Lethal Lockdown. Now, also, we do now know coming into this next Impact, there are going to be a selection process. A selection process will be put in place now as Kurt Angle will have to pick one member of his team to face one member of Christian Cage's team. Rumor has it, Kurt Angle is looking at Samoa Joe, and Christian Cage is looking at AJ Styles. So, could this Thursday night we see AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe? That's the rumor. That's what we're hearing. And the winner of this match will give his team the advantage going into the Lethal Lockdown match. You see, it's going to be 1-on-1 starting off the match. Then it's going to be 2-on-1. Then partners will join as the progression continues. And we will find out this Thursday night who will have the advantage. Rumor has it, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles going into warfare representing their teams on Impact. Also announced that we do now know it's going to be a ladies cage match. Jacqueline Moore, the Pride of Tennessee, will go 1-on-1 with Gail Kim, and these girls are tearing the house down. These girls are ripping each other apart. Inside the 6 sides of steel, they will get their chance to let it all hang out this coming Lockdown, April 15th. Also announced a blindfold match. Boy, we have been waiting for this one. It's going to be Chris Harris versus the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm. America's Most Wanted, in my eyes, the greatest tag team to ever step foot in TNA wrestling, will finally go at it 1-on-1. Great tag team matches over the years. Some of the best tag team matches in TNA in wrestling history. These two. Now, they will go 1-on-1 in a feud that has been boiling over in a blindfold match. Obviously, Chris Harris, the vision impaired from the beer bottle. Blindfold match, how appropriate. Lockdown, it'll take place. Also, how about this? Christopher Daniels returns. The Fallen Angel versus Jerry Lynn. We've seen these two go at it over the last couple weeks. They will go at it at Lockdown on April 15th. How about this? How about the escape match? How about the best of the best in the X Division trying to get out of that steel cage? Chris Sabin puts the X Division title on the line. Sanjay Dutt in the match. Jay Lethal in the match. Alex Shelley in the match. Shark Boy in the match. We're going to see if Chris Sabin can come out of Lockdown still X Division champion. And also confirmed the Electrified steel cage. On the program today, we're going to find out from Conan his thoughts on it. This is a very, very dangerous matchup. And once and for all, Team 3D LAX will settle it all inside the Electrified steel cage. A special look at that coming up in just a few moments. And fans, this Saturday night, TNA Wrestling is in Corinth, Mississippi. I happen to have the lineup, the match lineup, which you're going to be seeing this Saturday night. How about this? A night of singles matches featuring the Lethal Lockdown combatants. You are going to have AJ Styles versus Rhino in a Mississippi street fight. You are going to have Christian Cage, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Instant Classic, against the Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe. and you're going to have Kurt Angle one-on-one versus Abyss, plus so much more. Team 3D will be there. Chris Harris will be there. Gail Kim, James Storm, the Naturals, Petey Williams, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. It'll be a huge night in Corinth, Mississippi this Saturday night. Now, Clarence, if you're not going to park my car, give me the keys back. Give me the keys back, right? What do we have here? The TNA logo keychain. It's available right now at shoptna.com. Pick one up. I've got one on my keychain. Get one on yours. shoptna.com. The Electrified steel cage. Taking place at Lockdown next weekend. For the first time in the United States, 10,000 volts of violence will decide the World Tag Team Championship. We're talking about Team 3D challenging the Latin American Exchange. I had an opportunity to talk with Conan and a very special video look at the Electrified steel cage. A TNA Today exclusive right here.
You know, the Electrified cage match, very dangerous type of match. I think its origins was probably in Japan. The first time I saw it was in Mexico about 5 years ago. I've been in 2 of them myself, and I would probably say it's the most dangerous type of match just for the simple fact that I've seen people actually pass out from being jolted when they hit the cage. I myself have permanent scars from the Electrified cage match. The last one that I was in Monterrey, Mexico. It was a triangle match, or a 3-way as they call it here in the United States. It was actually me, Hernandez, who at that time was wrestling as Mr. Texas, against another guy called Conan Big. And it's, like I said before, it just leaves permanent marks.
At Lockdown, we are all in. Our legacy versus your NWA World Tag Team titles.
You want another chance? You face us in our type of match. You know at the border how you put up a fence and you juice it up with electricity? Let's have a steel cage match. Electrified.
10,000 volts of violence.
Well, we are here to accept your challenge.
10,000 volts of violence.
Electrified cage match.
In the electrified cage, once we hook up the electricity, the voltage will permanently scar you or knock you unconscious.
Shock.
10,000
Wanted our legacy.
3D, your legacy cannot be complete until you beat us for the Tag Team Championship.
The Electrified 6 sides of steel. It will be 6 sides of shock.
10,000 volts.
10,000 volts of violence.
Now we find out who really is the best tag team in the world.
10,000
The
volts.
cage will be electrified.
TNA Wrestling and the lovely Knockouts working together to produce the 2008 TNA Knockouts calendar. Yes, it's already in production, and I happen to just pop in and snag a little preview. Just a little preview. I know it's several months from being in stores now, but I'll tell you what, right here on TNA Today, I'll tell you what, why don't we give you a little look. How about a Christy Hemme picture? How about the Christy Hemme picture that's going to be in the Knockouts calendar? You ready for this? Bam! There it is. You're going to see Christy Hemme. How about Gail Kim? You want to see a little Gail Kim? How about this? Bam! There it is. Gail Kim's knockout photo for the 2008 calendar. Can I get one more? Clarence, can we get one more? One more coming at you. Bam! There it is. Lovely. Lovely photo of SoCal Val. All that. I can't wait for 2008 now. This knockouts calendar coming out. It's going to be great. Yeah. How about this? Right over here, DVD news in stores. Let's talk about Turning Point. Let's talk about an exclusive news story right here. We can tell you April 17th. This drops in Best Buy. It's going to be a Best Buy exclusive. It is going to be Turning Point with the matchup between Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. What a huge night. One of my favorite pay-per-views of the last year or so has been Turning Point. So much great stuff on this. And you can pick it up in Best Buy stores exclusively April 17th. And moving to my right, your left, phenomenal. The best of AJ Styles moving. I actually went to a FYE the other day. Gone. They're coming back in. I was told they're reordering more, but it's sold out right away. But I'll tell you what, if you go to Best Buy, you go to FYE, you go to Coconuts in your area, pick it up. If you see it, buy it. It's a great DVD, AJ Styles. Best of Volume 2. And then, how about tag team action? Best of the tag teams. This one in stores now. And it's going to be all the great matches. So many great tag team matches of the last year and a half or so featured on this DVD. But you're talking about AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. How many great tag team matches did they have together? Wow, great stuff. LAX, VKM, Team 3D. They're all there. It's the best of the tag teams in stores now. And fans, don't forget, Saturday night, Corinth, Mississippi, TNA Wrestling Live. Next weekend, Missouri, Springfield on Friday night. The Fan Fest all day Saturday. And Sunday, the Lockdown pay-per-view events. Tickets still remain for Lockdown, and I'll tell you what, it will be our biggest Fan Fest ever. It'll be our largest live attendance ever at Lockdown. And fans, I can tell you this much. If you haven't already made plans in the St. Louis area, come on down. It's going to be a great TNA wrestling weekend. And of course, Springfield on Friday, the Fan Fest on Saturday, and Lockdown on Sunday. It's going to be a huge weekend. And we will have complete coverage of it right here on TNA Today. We'll see you right back here Monday with exclusive video footage of our live event from Corinth, Mississippi, plus so much more, right back here on TNA Today.